Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today on James's DIY project channel, we are going to be building a planter onto my retaining wall that I've already built. As you can see, I've already got it structurally supported all the way through to the ground, and I've put plastic on it. So now I'm going to build a planter to equal the top, and then I'll be building a driveway right here. But as you can see, I've got holes already put in and marked, holes drilled, and I will give you guys a close-up of me putting these in, and I'll do that in a couple seconds. Until then, have fun. Okay guys, so I'm putting the pole in, the spike into the ground to sustain my base. And that's just easy. Get rebar, cold rolled steel or whatever. Unfortunately I'm using hollow tube, it's the only thing I have extra. But it will work. Okay, and that tube is about 36 inches long, so I'm driving it 3 feet into the ground. And yes, as you can see, I do have the natural gas lines marked, and I'm gone 20 inches away. So I'm just going to go punch this one in, and then I'll give you guys a clip of putting on the second level. Okay, as you can see, I've got the third level already started, and that's another piece I'm just going to add on right there. Unfortunately, I didn't record it. It was raining, so I didn't want to get my recorder wet. But I have it in, and it's all secured. As you see, if you look right down there, you'll see a timber lock nut, or lock screw, and all that. So I'm just going to finish putting this one on, and showing you guys the rest. But before I do that, I'm going to show you guys this small end over here that I put on. Right here, that small end is put in with 2 of the same timber lock screws. So I'm going to start drilling this hole about 6 inches in from the edge. And I don't have to go that deep, I just got to make so I can put the bolt, get the bolt inside the wood. As you saw there, I was shifting the board out. I want to make sure it's in line with all the other pieces of wood before I'm using. And if you guys notice, I do the 2 edges before I do the middle, just make sure it keeps in line. See, that one comes over just a bit, but doesn't matter, it's just a wood planter I'm making on my retaining wall. So now I'm going to get to measuring and cutting this next piece and putting it in. I'll show you guys a clip of that in a couple minutes. Okay, so now I'm putting my last piece in for my third level of my planter. So just give me a second. Just need to screw this one in. Daffy. There we go, got that one in. Now to the end. Yeah, that should be good. And my last one. So there we go. You guys can't see, but it's on a little bit of an angle. The piece of wood I had on last time was a little twisted, but it's just a planter. There's no real need for it to be perfect. So now I'm going to get started on doing the 4th level, and I'll show you guys the clip while I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm done the majority of my retaining wall planter, as you guys can see, all the way down. It's done 4 rows, so I break even with my retaining wall. I'm going to go cut that piece and fix it up, but I'll be doing this on an update when I put vapor barrier inside this to seal the water from rotting away at the wood. So on that update, I'll have the wrapping of the planter and putting up the greenhouse door. Until next time, have fun, guys. Hey, back. I'm putting in the last little bit of my retaining wall planter. I've got these 2 screws to put in here, so take a quick look. Morning. There you go. So now my retaining wall planter is totally done. I'm just putting vapor barrier on it next. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here putting the vapor barrier on my planter with my retaining wall. If you notice, I'm doing at least 6 inches overlay to make sure no moisture gets in there. And I'm trying to come past the bottom by at least 1 inch. You're also going to notice I'm going to be nailing the inside too, just to make sure. There we go. That's basically how you put in the vapor barrier on your retaining wall planter if you want to do it. I'm using non-pressure treated wood, so that's why I'm putting the vapor barrier on, so that the wood will last longer compared to not having been pressure treated or having anything covering to protect. So if you guys just want to watch, I'm going to come down here and tighten this end up. Like I say, I have about an inch overlay, so right about there. And there we go. Majority of the work is done. Now you just have to staple it right up against the boards. And if you don't watch, you will get some stuff like this, but I'm not really going to mind about this because as soon as I'm done building my planter and doing the vapor barrier and putting rock board on top, I'm going to start working on building my driveway for my 5th wheel. and that means that this will be filled up with gravel, and the parts that are not will be probably full of dirt. I just ran out of staples, so always a good idea to carry extra staples with you. Just stapling it along to make sure. I've got another one I'm just going to put in right now and all that, and I'll show you guys the clip at the end. Until then, have fun. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. I'm done building my retainer. Sorry, my retaining planter. And as you can see, I've vapor buried it all the way and all that, and cut it so it looks nice. So now all I need to do is put dirt in there and flowers, and I'll do a clip on that, but not on this video. It'll be on the next one, or soon. Talk to you later. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I have built and finished my retaining wall planter all the way along. It was actually quite fun to do, and if you look inside it, you will see plants, different plants. I've got hostas, lilies, frog feet, and all that. They need a little more water, but this is my done project. Until next project, working with me, have yourselves a great time.